You know that milk in your fridge? Ever stop to think about how it gets there so safely? Well, before it ever reached you, it was right at the center of this incredible microscopic battle. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain and reveal the unseen science that makes sure every single drop is safe to drink.
So, first, let me ask you this. We all think we know what clean means, right? But when you're talking about producing food for millions of people, your everyday definition of clean, it just doesn't even come close. It's way, way more complicated than that.
You see, in the dairy world, there isn't just one standard for clean. Nope. To be considered truly safe, a surface has to pass three completely distinct, totally critical levels of cleanliness. Okay, so level one is the obvious one. It's what you and I can see with our own eyes. Physical cleanliness. It means the surface just looks clean. No spots, no gunk, no visible dirt. It's the most basic starting point, but trust me, it's only the beginning. Next, we've got to go a layer deeper to chemical cleanliness. This is all about the invisible stuff. Are there any tiny traces of cleaning chemicals left? What about a microscopic film of milk residue? Any little bit could contaminate the product, so getting this part right is absolutely crucial.
And that brings us to the final and honestly the most important level, microbiological cleanliness. This is the real endgame. This is where you reduce the population of all those tiny organisms, we're talking bacteria, yeasts, molds, down to a level that is completely safe. Only when a surface passes all three of these levels is it actually ready to be used.
So what is it that we're actually fighting against in this whole process? Well, meet the main villain of our story, a surprisingly tough substance called dairy soil. It's the gunk that milk leaves behind on every single surface it touches. And dairy soil isn't just some simple leftover stuff. Oh no. It's a complex cocktail of everything that makes milk good for us, which, unfortunately, also makes it a five-star hotel and an all-you-can-eat buffet for dangerous bacteria. It forms fast, it sticks like glue, and it's a huge challenge to get rid of. You know, you might think of milk as mostly liquid, but check out the stuff it leaves behind. It can be made of nearly 70% tough mineral content and more than 40% protein. This is not something you can just wipe away with a wet cloth. And if that dairy soil isn't dealt with, it evolves. It turns into an even tougher enemy, milkstone. Think of it like a hardened, chalky shield. This layer of minerals literally protects harmful microbes, giving them a safe place to hide from cleaning chemicals. It's the final boss of dairy cleaning. So, how in the world do you defeat an opponent like that? Well, you need a specialized chemical arsenal. It's not about finding one magic cleaner. It's all about a strategic, two-pronged attack. The strategy is basically a 1-2 punch. First, you hit the soil with alkaline detergents. Their whole job is to target and break down the organic stuff, all those proteins and fats. Then you follow that up with acid detergents, which are designed specifically to dissolve the mineral deposits, that really tough milkstone. Okay, so the detergents have done their job. The soil is gone. The surface is now physically and chemically clean. The battlefield might look clear, but that invisible enemy, the microbes, could still be lurking. It's time for the final blow, sanitization. And here's a super important point. Cleaning and sanitizing are two totally different things. Cleaning removes the soil where bacteria can hide and eat. Sanitization is the final kill step, and you apply it to an already clean surface to wipe out any leftover microbes. You just can't sanitize a dirty surface. It doesn't work. And of course, there isn't just one kind of sanitizer. Picking the right one is a science in itself. You've got chlorine, which is super fast and kills almost everything, but it can be corrosive. Iodophores are great, but they can stain and they don't handle heat well. Then you have QACs, which leave a helpful protective film, but they can foam up like crazy. It's all about choosing the right tool for the job. Now, try to imagine doing this whole complex, multi-step process perfectly, every single time, across miles of pipes and inside giant sealed tanks. It sounds impossible, right? Well, that's where modern automation comes in. Let's look at the system that fights this entire battle with incredible precision. It's called Cleaning in Place, or CIP, and it was an absolute revolution in food safety. It's an automated system that runs the entire cleaning and sanitizing cycle without a single person having to take the equipment apart. This is huge because it removes human error and makes sure every cleaning cycle is consistent and effective. So let's just walk through a standard cycle. It's basically a masterclass in everything we've just discussed. Step 1, a pre-rinse with water to flush away anything loose.
Step 2, the alkaline wash attacks the fats and proteins. After a quick rinse, on to step 4, the acid wash dissolves those stubborn mineral deposits. Then, after one last rinse, you get to step 6, the kill step, sanitization, which wipes out any microbes left behind. It's the entire process executed perfectly by a machine every single time.
When you step back and look at the whole thing, the chemistry, the microbiology, the engineering, you start to realize that this complex, hidden science is the silent guardian standing between the farm and your fridge, protecting every single glass of milk. And it really leaves you with something to think about, doesn't it? We've just uncovered the science behind safe milk. But what other invisible processes, what other hidden battles are being fought every single day to protect the rest of the food that you eat?